Welcome to PC Woods Kids Tech Talk. Today we're looking at the Silverstone Raven RV03. This is a full tower enthusiast case, lots of cooling options, third version of the Raven series cases, very nice to look at. As you can see, it's got the champagne golden type stripes on the front, that's new, but it still looks very similar to the second version, the RV02. However, there are significant improvements. This is slightly wider, okay? Slightly wider. But it does have a lot of the good aspects of the previous generation cases. There's the power and the LED that acts for the power switch and also hard drive indicator light. And just below that would be also the reset button to the right of that right there. Now, if we look at the rest of this, the paneling comes off very easily. You can take this off. There is dust filters behind that, so don't worry about your case, the inside of things getting dirty. Dust filters are there throughout the case where it needs to be. You can install your Blu-ray drive in there and then have a nice cover plate. These plates actually come out and you can hide the front of your DVD drive, for example. Very nice. And you can install 10 3.5-inch hard drives in there if you wanted. Those cages actually come out. I'll show you in a moment. Now, looking at the top here where the flap is, you've got two USB 3.0 plugs, the blue ones right there, okay? And then you've got, of course, a mic and headset connector. Now, on the top here, this lid can come out, of course, so you can access what's underneath that and route all your cables, because this is a different design. The motherboard is turned around so that way the heat rises and exhausts through the top. If you want to take out the side panels, the thumb screws are at the top as well instead of being at the back of the case. You can see there the two thumb screws from the side panel. And at the front, right where that lid was, you've got a high-low switch for those two 180mm fans that were at the bottom. You can install water cooling if you want here. There is space for radiators, obviously, but it comes with a 120mm exhaust fan at the top. There's those two USB 3.0 cables that you would plug into your motherboard. Comes already ready to go. Lots of space for ventilation because this is a slightly wider case, and 8 expansion slots because you can install from a micro ATX all the way up to the extended ATX type motherboards. Nice little handle there. You would route your cables through the bottom of that handle, by the way, and they would stick out through the back through there. Looking at the inside of the case, you can see that it's nice and black painted to color coordinate. Toolless design on the drive bays. By the way, these drive bays actually can be taken out into 2 cages that you can install hard drives in. But it's a toolless design, so you can slide in your optical drives if you want, no problem, and click them into place, or you can install hard drives in there. Here are the two 180mm fans that I mentioned a second ago. Okay, 3-pin connectors on those guys, and they're going to provide a lot of nice cooling coming from the bottom. Of course, there's lots of cable management. I love the cable management on this case. I can't say anything bad about it. They really designed this very well. There's a spot there at the back for another 120mm fan. Large motherboard, so you can install basically any video card in here will fit. Okay. As of this video review, I don't know of any video card that would not fit. And of course, very easy to replace your CPU coolers with that huge motherboard opening there, so you can access that. Now, looking at the top of the case from the inside, you can see that 120mm fan, that exhaust fan that I mentioned. You can install more fans, though, more intake fans. You see these two holes here? That's so that you can actually install 2 on the front and 2 on the back. So tons of cooling happening there. Hard drives. On the other side of the case, you can install 4 3.5-inch drives and 2.5 SSD drives. So two SSD drives can go there, and then power supply sticks out at the bottom. Lots of cables can be routed. If you don't install hard drives through here, no problem. You can use the area there to route your cables through the bottom. You can see lots of cable management. There is no reason that you can't keep this case nice and tidy. Hide everything in every single section. There's always a place to hide your cables. So you can't go wrong in having an awesome looking case showing off all your components and not basically seeing any cables, right? So this is really the best that it gets when it comes to cable management. So if you're looking for a case, this is really, really good for that. Now, looking at the bottom of the case, again, where you would normally see a power supply, this is where those two 180mm fans are, and They come with dust filters that are magnetically attached to the bottom of the case. As you can see, there's magnets there at the bottom, and they snap into place very easily. I love that design. Great work from Silverstone for doing that. That was very innovative, easy to take out, easy to clean, snaps into place, no problem. Looking at the case now populated with lots of stuff. So you guys can see the power supply, like I said, now it's on the front, and you can have fans installed on the front if you wanted. You can see that the power cable from that power supply comes through the bottom, okay? And also looking at the motherboard now, you can see that everything is facing up because heat rises. Obviously, it's logical, the design. And this is a fully water-cooled system. As you can see, I've got my GPUs, the two GTX 580s in SLI are cooled off with those radiators. I got a radiator at the back. I got a radiator at the front. I got the tubes going all over the place, as you can see there. Lots of room, but a very clean inside. So no complaints there when it comes to showing off your components, keeping things nice and clean, airflow happening. There's no real need to install lots of fans, even though there's tons of fan options that you can install throughout the case. But what it came with was sufficient for me to keep things nice and cool and quiet. And as you can see there, everything already installed. That's how it would look with the lid at the top taken out. So it gives you a good idea. Cable management at the back of the case. As you can see, there's the power supply. It's a modular Silverstone Strider Gold 850 watt power supply. Very nice. Flush on the side. Nothing sticks out. Absolutely no cable sticks out. Everything just nicely packed in there. So I can put the side panel very neatly, and it closes with no problems. Terrific case from Silverstone. The Raven 03 to me is a hit. Of course, there are minor things like I pointed out in my review that could have been improved, but other than that, I give this a 9 out of 10 for all of these different reasons that I mentioned in my review. And I definitely recommend this case if you're an enthusiast, you're looking for something to put lots of video cards and GPUs, and you want to overclock. This is a terrific case. So I'd like to thank Silverstone for providing it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.